Hello, it's November 10th, 2021. My name is Sherry Fatu Bashran. You know the whole spiel. Today, every day, but it seems like today, I always feel like it's no hope. It's been 12 or 13 years since this first started. And brothers and sisters, electronic tortured victims, I ask you, and I ask myself, is that who chose for us not to be able to live the human experience? I would say over 95% of America right now live a normal human experience inside the U.S. But it seems like our electronically tortured asses, don't get to live that experience. And who gets to dictate that for us? Who gets to say that we as human beings do not get to live the normal human experience inside the U.S. or on this earth? Our torturers act as if we do not exist. We only exist for their pain and the perpetuation of a cycle that started in the 1920s and thus has not ended until this present day. The electronic torture device or the electronic torture, forgive me, I haven't been able to. This last year, it seems like I'm losing my ability to speak because of being electronically tortured. So please forgive me and just bear with me. Again, as I was saying, is that why I feel so much nowadays, but specifically what has been coming up in my mind as an electronically tortured victim is, why do I have to live in an oppressive government that tells me I am nothing and I don't exist? So why should I be able to go and get mine and rape it, but go out and take and loot and every bank that I pass, I should be able to rob that bank and go home. Because during this whole total time, I feel like I've been told that I don't exist. I have no values. I have to listen to a male orchestrated decision for me because he has a dick. I feel like I don't get to live because someone in more power than I will ever have switched on a button and made a decision that I will not live and have the normal human experience of life. I will be in pain 24/7. I will bleed from my uterus. I won't be able to be a woman and have my own children. I won't have my own family. I can't even hug my brother or my nieces and nephews, or I can't even go say hey to my mother. I will never ever, do you understand? I will never be able to see my mother in the flesh in this lifetime again. I will never be able to see my brother and my family in the flesh. I don't have any friends. They have no one to hold my hand, no one to hand me a glass of water when I'm sick, no one to love me. Everybody wants somebody to love them in any capacity. That's in a relationship, that's in a friendship, and all relationships are not a relationship between a man and woman. Something can just be friendship, even if a friendship or relationship. Even as growing as a nurse and my coworkers. I went to school and I studied hard. I did everything that the oppressor said I had to do to make it in this society. Everything. But why am I still caged? Why do I not possess a key to the kingdom or a key to the lock that they have orchestrated and and threw me into the cage. I do not have a key to the cage that I have been thrown in, and at no request of my own. I didn't ask anyone to do this to me. I didn't go along with them. I didn't tell somebody I want this to happen to me. It just happened. And no one on this earth can tell me why this is taking place. Oh, is it taking place because I can inconvenience the man somewhere not to be with him? Not to be with him, not to do any old nasty, devouring sex act with him because that was beneath me. You telling me I worked a 12-hour shift, and that was from 2 to 2. I worked a 12-hour shift for LabCorp, and I would come home so exhausted. But I find that those people who I have worked my ass off are the contributors to my enslavement. Why should I not be given the right to defend myself? Why should I not be able to blow up that building? And most days I find myself giving myself reasons not to blow up the building. But my one big reason to blow up the pain will stop. I am so tired of being in pain. I am so tired that somebody said just because they had a dick, they can torture me. Just because they had a dick, they could sexually molest me. Just because they had a dick, they can turn on a power system, control my mind, my body, my legs, my uterus, and tell me that it's okay and act like it's a big joke. Let me do this. Let me change the scenario. Let me go to a man and rob a man of his dignity, rob a man of his loins, rob a man of his loins, his livelihood, and see what he does. That man will go crazy and become a serial killer, start killing up basically the whole world, or who he finds that is responsible for his dilemma, or whoever is sacrificing him. This would not happen to a man. They would kill, steal, and destroy. First of all, they would not happen. None of this would happen to a man. No man whatsoever. But for me, my black female lives, it says like somebody had the key and said, here, you can do whatever you want to her. She's nothing but a dog anyway. I feel like I am told on a day-to-day basis, because this is going on, that I have no rights because I was born black. I have no rights because I was born a woman. I would have no rights because I question a white man. I question a black. I question the status quo. I said something about illegal practice, and I said something about the wrongdoing that was happening to me in my workplace. And at this point in time, I feel every day I beat back the crazy lady, because it says to me, as the demons are being released, it says, why should you sit here in pain? What does sitting here in pain, how does sitting here in pain every day make you a honest American? How does sitting here every day tortured make you a human being? How does sitting here every day feeling like a dog, feeling like someone is stepping on me or raping me or losing, start urinating on myself and defecating on myself because they put things in those areas that almost paralyze them, so I can't get up readily and use the bathroom. So the biggest question that I have is that, why? What's the point? What's the point of holding me hostage or holding me in a state of, they have solidified me in the state of time. I go outside and I feel like I watch other people's time have moved, and they've grown and had children or anything, but I'm still stuck in this mood of when I was 29 years old, trying to fight tonight, they're trying to fight the devil. So I ask myself oftentimes, what laws allow us there to follow? Because evidently I must not be an American people or American person, because my whole America is going to sacrifice me for no reason. Every day I wake up and ask myself, why? What did I do to anybody? And I realized that America has failed me. And I realized that I was not a citizen in the United States. I was just cannon fodder. As I said to our oppressors, and I said to all the oppressors, all the people who continually perpetuate the cycle, but all the politicians who look away, who never do anything, pretend like it's not there, pretend like the elephant is not in the room. This government is going to fall, and I'll be right there in the driver's seat. I hope I'm right there in the driver's seat when it happens. I am so sick of America. I'm so sick of America in its state of being. You have told 98% of the people that they can live somewhat stable and true existence in the U.S., but you gave at least 3% or less. You didn't give, but you took 3% or less, and you experimented on them. America decided that those people would live in pain and torture all their lives 24/7 just to revamp and to re-solidify the U.S. governing body's power over the American people. I am so sick and tired of the U.S. I cannot wait till it falls. I can't wait for those liars to have to come into the forefront and become after the forefront and admit what they did. And hell, hopefully their asses will be slaughtered as well. I believe that please God help us. Because as an African American, I feel that as from the inception of slavery, that my body has always been the body that's being tortured. The killing of the body was my body always being tortured, raped, molested, defiled, mutilated, and told that I just have to live with it, nigga. Because that's what the nigga role is in the United States. No more. I'm tired of this. Period.